My friends, I am sitting once again in what has become my hospital shower stall studio as I go through chemotherapy for the last few days. It's my chemo week. But you know why? I'm sharing this post at this particular time because I just felt like I have reason to give God thanks as I say the nevertheless prayer. Let me tell you where this is coming from. Um, my eyebrows are finally going. You can't see it because I just penciled it in. The eyelashes have long gone, and as you know, the hair on the top vanished weeks ago. But I am learning to pray the nevertheless prayer because I'm realizing that it's not what Shannon wants to happen, it's what God has already ordained and predestined. And so I'm learning in this season to be grateful for the little things. I'm saying, I'm here going through chemo and it could be worse. So I'm not going to cry and holler and fuss and whine. Yes, there are times that I do. But you know what I have learned to appreciate? That when I come here for chemo, or when I come here for those unplanned admissions, I get care, an amazing team of doctors and nurses and technicians here and housekeepers. I get companionship. When they see me in a room, it is almost like meeting families. Like, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. I get comfort on those days when it's tough. I had nurses go down to the gift shop and buy me Snickers and buy me candy and buy me things just to make me feel better. I get compassion because they have seen other cancer patients and they understand, so they know how to relate to me at a different level. I get conversation because if I was home, I wouldn't have anybody to talk to but the television screen. So I get all of that. And I am learning that just because I'm going through this cancer chemo process, it doesn't mean it's the worst thing in the world. And just because my eyelashes and my eyebrows have finally decided to take wings, it's not the end of the world. That's why they make makeup. A girl's gotta look cute and all. I am just saying that as I go through this process, I am choosing to pray the nevertheless prayer. The nevertheless prayer that God, you're in charge of this. And even though I kind of want to tell you what to do, for example, the next plan in this process is possibly a transplant. I don't really want to do it, but you know what? If that's what God has already ordained, then I say, nevertheless, I will go through it. Nevertheless, I will go through days of chemotherapy. Nevertheless, I will go through this process where I don't have any hair on my head, but the truth be told, I am liking it and it's okay. Nevertheless, there are a lot of things that are happening that are outside of my control, but I am going to trust you with the unknowns. My friends, do the same thing. Pray the nevertheless prayer. Say, Lord, this is what I want. But at the end of the day, I want your will, your perfect will for my life, not the permissive will, but the perfect will that God already predestined and lay out for us. So as I go through my process, I am choosing to go through it in ways that make God proud and in ways that make you realize that you have what it takes to pray those nevertheless prayers. You have what it takes to seek the will of God. You have what it takes to stop being a chihuahua and to be a bulldog in the spirit. You have what it takes to go through whatever life is throwing at you. You have what it takes to demand God's perfect will and to trust that He will show you all the amazing things that you have at your disposal that you ought to be grateful for. So, would I want to be home right now? Yeah. But is it the worst thing to be in the hospital? No. Not at all. I have chosen to recognize the good parts of this process, and I encourage you to look around and do the same. There's a whole lot more good around around you than you are seeing. If you open your eyes and pay attention to the people and the things that are around you, you will be surprised at how many things and people you have taken for granted. My friends, choose wisely, choose carefully, be discerning, and pray the nevertheless prayers so that God can have His perfect way in your life. I love you. God bless you. Until next time from my shower stall studio, it's Shannon. Peace out.